It's day 4 of Ball State football camp here in Muncie, Indiana. Ray Smith here with us talking defensive backs. And Coach, when you look at the returners, the newcomers, everybody meshing together, how would you describe where this DB room is?
Close, cohesive group. Even when I go over to the calf right now in 2 days and have lunch and dinner, a lot of those guys sitting with each other. You know what I mean? And that's, if it's as long as they close and connected group, it'll be a strong group. And, there's not guys going their own direction. There's not going to be no divide. So that's a good thing to see while we're having 2 days right now. Best group and the best teams are player-led. So long as they doing it themselves, I don't got to echo and stuff like that, remind those guys, they doing a really good job themselves doing it. Like in the month of July while we was gone, all of them text us, hey coach, what we doing for Indy? We did this for Indy today, doing stuff on their own. It's like, not because when we not around, they still working. You know what I mean? That's a good thing. That's a good problem to have. If I had to get those guys to go, hey, let's go work, that's a bad thing to happen. But those guys are doing a good job, holding each other accountable, holding to the standard we set in the room, and kind of just going from there.
I definitely feel like the strength of our unit is the energy right now, especially like throughout the back end, the line. Everybody's giving good energy. So I feel like all around, everybody's making plays from the D-line to the linebackers to the DBs. So that's the strength, is the energy.
You're talking about the energy. We see after the defense makes a big play, everybody's clapping and hooting and hollering. What does that mean to this group?
Basically, we all just love to be fired up. Like as a team, group celebrations, it looks funny, but it helps energy's contagious, so it helps the energy in the room, and then everybody else goes and makes more plays because of that.
How much of a group we are and how much connected we are. We kind of like to have fun, so it's kind of showing in our practice, as you see, like you said, we kind of got that little hand clap thing. It's just really having fun and showing that we love each other, that's it.
What have you personally been able to grow in since the start of spring to now?
I would say I'm excelling in my man-to-man skills because, I moved from safety to corner. And I feel like playing man-to-man is like a big key aspect in playing corner. So excelling in those through the spring, getting better, getting good work from the guys, from the receivers.
How has that pushed you, switching positions?
It's pushed me a lot. I took a lot more time to learn the little things, do a lot of research, a lot of homework on the position itself, all the different techniques you can use and things like that.
How is it to have somebody like DJ switch over from the safety group to the cornerback room to help bolster that group?
Yeah, really good, because he's been a guy leading me since I first came in here. So now that he's in my room and teaching me some new things, it's really good for sure.
You say he's been leading you. What do you mean by that?
Basically, just as soon as I came in here, telling me to put my head down, keep working. Like I say, your time could be any chance, so telling me to keep working and put my head down.
Well, you've been a veteran of this group now for the last couple of years. How are you trying to take that to the next level this year?
Basically, just being a leader and playing my role, trying to communicate to the young guys that your time could be any chance at any day. So basically just being a communicator and learning my role to be a leader.
How have you grown in that communication aspect the last couple of years?
I've grown a lot, because I can say when I was a freshman, when I first came in here, I didn't do no talking at all. And last year I kind of picked it up a little bit, but this year I'm a lot more vocal, so it's good for me.
We've heard the word speed used a lot so far in camp. How do you see that on display with the DBs?
Oh man, we're stronger. We're faster. That's a good job, Coach Greenstone and staff. And then part of recruiting, we got longer as well. And so guys just running. I don't got all the numbers. I just know we got a whole bunch of guys jump from, we had say 10 guys last year can run 20 miles an hour. Now we're up to 60. Just throughout the whole team. And so that's a good thing. With Coach Greenstone, he did and his staff, as far as the summer, the winter, and the spring, getting these guys fast. And so now it's like, all right, for a receiver example, they get a 5-yard hitch, they could go 80, 70 yards without getting called. Now as the DBs, they break it, we got to get them down. So not just one guy that's really fast in the field get down. I should see everybody swarming like a pack of wolves getting to them.
From a technique standpoint, what are the next steps for this group?
Just continue to get better. Continue to get better. We're doing a lot with the install. They're doing a good job. Every day, just continue to get better in the technique department, the fundamentals, the playbook. As a DB, we got a lot of checks and stuff going on. We're going to have some buzz. But at the end of the day, we can keep that down to 1 or 2. That's a pretty good day. You would try to be perfect, but nobody's perfect. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, as a cohesive group that we repping like 20 guys through here, hey, if 1 or 2 guys bust, I'd say that's a good day. You know what I mean? If somehow we get to 0, oh my gosh, look out, man.